Hi there. Today is the most horrible day in the last 2 months of my trading. I'm just getting started with the video right away without even giving you an introduction. My introduction will come a little later in the video, so stay tuned. Here you're seeing the crude oil chart, and today, unlike my name, I never had a mellow day. So if you see, I was looking at the chart and I was actually trying to trade between this range that you see here, right? So I was looking, okay, I either gonna go long or short. You see that line there. And as I was looking at the chart, this happened. Look at that. I was just frozen and I didn't know what to do. I just like stood there. I never exited there. I never exited there as well. So it kept going and I was just frozen. If you have ever heard about the flight freeze fight mode, I was just frozen. So in psychology, we call something called as the fight, flight, or freeze. So when there is a danger, when you're faced with a threat, you either fight it or you flee from it, so flight, or you just like frozen there. So that's what happened. I was frozen. I never moved. So a little bit of backstory about me. I'm Mellow Trader. That's what I've named my channel. I would like to call myself for the rest of my trading journey here. Anyway, so if you see on the chart, so after it got, on top to that range, I think 87.42. Today is a news day. Apparently, Saudi Arabia informed of the supply cuts. On top of that, Russia has already spoken about supply cuts. So that's what happened. But I had a bias because I thought it has already rallied a little bit. So I thought it'll definitely come down, retrace, maybe to like uh, at least like 25 to 50%. So the retrace was still pending. So I went ahead and took that short trade, thinking that I would at least catch a few points. Instead, this happened. So I'm also, a believer in God. So when this happened, I just like froze, right? So I started praying and I just prayed that it would come down a little bit. And I also had my own wisdom, God given wisdom. So it told me that the market will retrace because of the sudden up move, right? It's a huge imbalance. So I thought, okay, it will come back. And I was praying and I was waiting and watching the chart. And did it come down? Yes, it did come down. It did come down to zero point 0.5 levels. It also almost went to 0.618 of the Fibonacci level with the high to low of the recent move alone. Nothing else, right? But did I exit there? No. Well, I was thanking God. I was saying, wow, God, you made the market come down. So now the buyers will buy more. So they are dumping, so can pump more. But did I exit? No, I did not exit there. I thought, okay, little more, little more, little more. Maybe, it will come down. No, it didn't happen. So it went back up and it created an even more higher high. Okay, so I'll show you right now. I'm at some 8,000 rupees loss that you just saw, a quick glance at that. And I've been trading for the last 2 months under the circumstances that I have to be a full-time trader. And to be honest, today's the second day I've traded crude. Yesterday, I just wet my fingers yesterday, and it wasn't a good day. So, with a very minimal loss, I got out of the trade. But today, it was such a boredom trade. and it was absolutely no reason why I should have taken that trade. And I was hit by stop loss just before this trade. So I was wondering, okay, crude usually moves 20 to 30 points up and down. So let me just not keep a stop loss right away. Let me just watch. And then while I just watched, this happened. So it's a big lesson for everybody who is listening. Never trade without a stop loss. It's a huge, huge loss for me at this point in time because I have recently quit my corporate job and I decided to be a full time trader. Well, I said in the last 2 months, because it's only in the last 2 months, I have restarted my trading journey, before which I had traded in commodities several years ago, in fact, actually in oil, I mean, in crude oil, and I made a huge loss during the Brexit time. And I did not learn my lesson from those days because after that loss, I just couldn't survive. I just focused in my career, and now because of the circumstances, I am back to trading, and I have decided to be a full-time trader. Not that I don't know the strategies. I know everything and I'm working out. I'm trying to trade in the Indian market. And I should say that I've had a decent profit, thanks be to God. But today was such a big mistake. I was overconfident. My mind was not thinking straight. I was just looking at the charts and I randomly entered a trade without a setup, without a strategy, with no reason. It was a dumb, stupid move that costed me now 8,000 rupees. Well, 8,000 rupees is what in dollars is about, I think $50, 50 to $60, if I'm not wrong. But it might be less or more. I'm not sure. Sorry, excuse my calculation, but that's what it costed me. And for me, it's a big deal because I'm trading with a very less capital. And right now, my mindset is actually, I mean, my mind is all it's horrified, and but I'm laughing at myself because I mean, I'm a faith trader. I would like to call myself a faith trader. The reason being, the wisdom that I have, the knowledge that I have is all because of, uh, you know, what God provides me, and I learned it. It's not that I don't know how to trade, it's not that I don't know how to place my stop losses, but I just traded blindly. And that's absolutely what people do out of emotions. When you feel the FOMO, or when you just like staring at the chart when you don't have to, and then you feel the urge, the itch to go and take a trade. And that's exactly what I did. And in a blink of an eye, of all the days, can you believe that it had to make this huge move in just one move? It went and touched like 10 months high. Today, crude oil made a 10-month high. And today is the day I decided to do a boredom trade, take a boredom trade. What a costly mistake. Well, right now I'm just staring at the chart, hoping that it will come back down a little bit so that I can minimize my loss. So that's about what happened. A little bit of reasoning behind, how the trade happened, and a little bit about me. So after some time, this is what has happened. Okay, yeah, there you go. There you see. So it has come down so much, and I'm waiting a little. Okay, it's come down to 6,000 from 8,000, which is not bad, and I still thank God for that. So we'll see. I mean, this lesson, all of you, I mean, you could learn from my stupid mistake that never to trade without a stop loss. Whichever instrument you're trading, don't trade without a stop loss because you'll never know which day is going to be your worst nightmare. And don't be dumb like me. And yeah, so learn from my mistakes